Afternoon, and maybe hear you in the morning, okay?
All right. We are back on YouTube. I made a big mistake. I thought we could do free speech.
Oh, you mean eliminating a gas stove?
I'm kidding. I know we can't. Ha! What's up, guys? Oh, boy. Let's see what we got going on here. Good. Bands have been crap. They've been absolute crap. Stupid contest. That's the only thing going on. I can't even hear them. Maybe if I go to 20 meters. And I've got a Flex 6600 on order. I'm excited. Run a Flex and an Apache. Why not? Why the hell not? Okay. Let's see what we got going on here.
I think it's maybe this coming summer or maybe next summer. They've outlawed all gas.
Bravo, Whiskey X-Ray 3, Bravo.
Where do you think all this equipment's going to come from suddenly? In battery-operated type of equipment. And these contractors can't afford to go out and spend.
That sounds like you're going to, so that would be a good time with the kids there. Clear with that one UMJ, John.
This is KB2 UKA is the frequency in use. KB2 UKA is the frequency in use. Alrighty, this is KB2 UKA calling CQ 40 meters. Kilo Bravo 2 United Kilowatt Alpha CQ 40. KB2 UKA Long Island, New York, any station, anywhere, standing by and listening. CQ 40 meters, KB2 UKA. CQ 40. Kilowatt Bravo 2 United Kilowatt Alpha calling CQ 40. KB2 UKA Long Island, New York, any station, anywhere, standing by and listening. CQ 40, KB2 UKA. CQ 40 meters. Kilowatt Bravo 2 United Kilowatt Alpha calling CQ 40. KB2 UKA Long Island, New York. Any station, anywhere, standing by and listening. Haha, who's that?
My name is Eddie. I'm in the front. Alpha Bravo 2 Mr. Whiskey. So I'm watching you on my TV in my living room. I say, let me see if I can catch this guy. But we're not control on here. I'm hoping they can hear me. 100 watts over here with the guy.
All right, Eddie, Roger, man. Well, we're not that far from each other. I'm in Kings Park. I'm about, I'm 50 miles east of Manhattan on Long Island. So I'm lucky I'm hearing you at all, brother. But yeah, I hear you. Thanks for being on the YouTube page. Yeah, Eddie, I just put a note on the live chat. We're too close to each other, brother. All right, 73, Eddie, if you hear me, man. 73. This is KB2 UKA QRZ. CQ 40 meters. KB2 UKA CQ 40 Kilo Bravo 2 United Kilowatt Alpha, Long Island, New York. Any station, anywhere, standing by and listening.
A Whiskey Mike for Charlie Hotel.
Whiskey Mike 4 Charlie Hotel. Glenn, good afternoon, or good morning still, actually. This is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, Long Island, New York. You're 10 over. Beautiful signal.
Yeah, you're about 10. I think I'm getting some feedback here in the mic. Do you hear an echo or a reverb?
I don't hear a reverb. It sounds like something's going a little crazy around 2,500, 3,000 hertz. A little bit of like a sharpness, which might be a reverb, but I'm not picking it up as plating.
Well, I thought I had this fixed. It wasn't doing it yesterday, and it was doing it a few days before, and I choked everything, and it sounds like it's doing it again. I don't know what the issue is.
Well, I don't think it's RFI. I'm also live streaming on YouTube, so if you want to hear it, because you're very strong to me, and you don't have to don't listen to it now; it'll drive you nuts. But the video will be up there forever. It's the only video I'm doing today, so just have a listen. You'll be able to hear it exactly as I'm hearing it. I don't think it's RFI. Are you running an Apache?
Yeah, I got rid of it now because I took out the audio system and plugged the headset directly into the USB card. I'm running a 7000 DLE Mark II that I just got a few weeks ago, and all the audio is going through the VAC. And I'm not running that much power. I'm only running about 500 watts or so.
So you're running into the sound card, and then what, are you using a DAW, or are you processing everything inside Thetis?
I'm processing, I am using voice meter, Potato, to route some of the audio, but it's all inside the computer. And all the processing of the audio, other than the virtual audio cables, is running through Thetis.
All right, I'm 90% sure it's an EQ issue. I don't think it's RFI. It doesn't sound like RFI. Sounds like there's too much energy between like 2,500 and maybe 3,500. So it'd be interesting if you could shut the EQ off. I know you'll probably sound muffled, but we'll know if it's just a frequency in the EQ.
Oh, very interesting. I hadn't considered that. Okay, I'm going to re-plug in the audio system and shut the transmit EQ. I'll be back in about 3 seconds.
Yeah, well, I'll be here. 40's ultra short. That's why we're strong to each other. And I don't hear anyone else, so I'll be sitting here. KB2 UKA.
Okay, well, this is, I'm still getting some audio through the speakers, but it doesn't seem to be as bad. I don't know what does it sound like on your end? This is without the transmit EQ.
Yep, it's gone. It's completely gone. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't sound half bad with no EQ. And if you have a pen next to you, Glenn, write down 10 minutes, 15 seconds. That's when you did the switch to no EQ. You just fast forward to that when you watch the video back.
Okay, so you're live streaming. Is that what you're doing?
Yep, I'm live on YouTube, but you don't have to watch it live. It'll be on my page forever. So just put my call sign Kilo Bravo 2 Uniform Kilowatt Alpha into the search box of YouTube, and you'll find the video from today.
Okay, I will do that. That sounds very interesting. So I'm sure it sounds pretty muddy. Anyway, well, thanks for helping me with my audio. For some reason yesterday, I choked everything. Maybe I got two issues going on, and I fixed the RFI. And I have maybe overloading. I'm also using CFC on the audio, so maybe I'm overloading that with too much gain and some of the frequencies like we were talking about.
Yep, could be. So I'm running the same radio. I've had mine since July of last year. So I'm chipset number 2. If you got yours after January, you're chipset number 3. I'm running, so for audio, I'm running an AEA KU5A ribbon mic, actually. Very, very odd to be running that, but I'm addicted to microphones. This is the newest one. I run that into an Apollo Twin where I do all the processing, not in a DAW, but inside the Apollo. So it allows all the processing to be taken away from the computer CPU and done actually on the DSP that's inside the audio interface. And the reason I like Apollo, all the plugins are exact replicas of the vintage gear. So I'm running an SSL E channel strip as the preamp, a Cambridge EQ, a Pultec EQ, a Teletronics LA2 compressor, then an exciter, then a big bottom, then a little bit of plating, and then I route all that over just like you, except I don't use a voice meter. I have a second sound card. So I come out of the Apollo into an M Audio sound card. They're like $108. And then I go VAC from the M Audio into Thetis, and I apply a little tiny bit of CFC Audio Tools. And if you click your meter when you're talking on the top right and you go to CFC Comp, you want to make sure that that's floating around 4 or 5 dB. Once you start hitting 7 or 8, it's a little much. So I don't know if you've looked at that before. Over.
I have not looked at that. Oh, and I'm hitting 8, so it's obviously something to do with it. And it drops down to 4 to 6 or so on the peaks when I turn the transmit EQ off. So sounds like that's the issue. Thank you very much. You have beautiful audio, obviously a very strong signal of 15 dB over into Cape Cod, and that's very interesting. I have, this radio is new to me. It is a chipset too, and I haven't run into anybody or even seen that, how processing the audio outside like that with those components. But it obviously works very, very well. This radio is like a black hole on stuff you can do with it, and I like it a lot. But it is a little complicated initially, at least anyway, and a lot of fun. But I've been struggling with this audio, and I just did not. Like I said, I'm still getting the RF, I think, in my speakers or some kind of crosstalk. I'm not really sure. I have to put the headset back on because it's a little distracting. But I'll have to look at your Z page right now. Oh, you got the Mercury 3. You like that? You like that amp? It sounds like it goes very well with the radio. I'm using an ALS 1306. solid state.
Check.
Back to you.
Oh, that's a great amp that you have also. I love the Mercury. I'm probably one of the first 10 owners of one. I've had it about 3 years. When I ordered it, Glenn, it was on my door in 3 days. and then they blew up, and now it takes a year to get them. I actually have an order in for the Lux. I did that in late January, early February. So I won't be seeing that probably till, I don't know, maybe November, but more likely December or January, and then I'll sell the Mercury 3. It's a great amp. If I can't blow it up, no one can. I have not blown it up yet, which says a lot for it. Yeah, so what I would do, now listen, the Anon and Thetis, it's a friggin' rabbit hole. Or a black hole, I think is what you said. I would start with shutting. Don't do it now. So what I normally do is I have an SDR play. It's a little SDR. So when I'm working on audio, I put the Anon. I put the Anon into an antenna switch, and I have one end of the switch going to a dummy load, and I have another end of the switch going to the SDR play. And I keep the switch engaged towards the SDR play. And then I load up the SDR play software and I transmit with 1 watt, and there's enough leakage. There's enough leakage that the SDR play picks it up. And I start with just my EQ, and then I add each piece: EQ, compression, exciter, big bottom, and each little piece. And it's tedious. And I say, like, Mary Had a Little Lamb, and I listen back to it, and then I tweak the EQ a little bit. Finally, when I think it sounds great, then I turn on CFC Audio Tools, and that's where I do tiny touch-up EQ, and then the multiband compression. So if you're hitting 8 right now on the CFC comp, you just want to slide that slider on the top left where it says pre-comp. You just want to bring that down a couple of dB, and then that should smooth it out there. But first, you want to look at your mic meter and make sure that you're approaching 0 dB. If you go over to 1 dB every now and then, it's not drastic. I'm even doing it now. Yeah, it's a can of worms and a huge rabbit hole. Over.
I've been playing with the leveler and the CFC, and have an SDR. I was wondering if you hook that SDR play up to an antenna at all when you do that, because I was thinking of transmitting into the dummy load, and I have a Kiwi SDR that I thought I'd hook up, so I could help doing that. I just haven't done it yet. My son and I came up with that yesterday. The SWR didn't work well. I was going to get in to play off of Amazon. Some of them show up next day or two. But very interesting. I had not considered that as an issue. So hopefully that'll take care of the problem. Just I did do a bunch of tweaking, mostly in monitor, trying to check out the frequency response, but did not do it through RF as you were talking about. I saw your signal stood out very much so on the waterfall. You're obviously using clear signal and have a 4K sideband. So I thought I'd say hello. Figure you must have. I think there's an amp out there that actually does the pure signal now, but most of the pure signals out there are coming from an radio. So I figured I'd say hello when I saw that.
Very cool, Glenn. Yeah, man. Anytime. In Long Island to Cape Cod doesn't happen that often on 40. But the last few days, it's been, especially around this time, it's been pretty ultra short. So very, very good. All right, well, I just did a little spring cleaning in the backyard for the last 4 hours. So came in, showered, said, let me hop on here for a little bit. I heard the water just shut off, so my wife just got out of the shower. We're going to figure out what we're doing with these kiddos. But yeah, enjoy the YouTube channel. You'll be able to watch it back right now once I end the live stream. I suggest if you're doing it on your iPhone or something, put a pair of AirPods in, or if you're doing it from your computer, a pair of headphones. And what you hear on that stream is exactly what I'm hearing. So enjoy it. So I will say 73. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. I'm good on QRZ. And I look forward to speaking with you again, Glenn. Whiskey Mike 4, Charlie Hotel from KB2, UKA. I'll be clear on your final.
Okay, Doug, thanks for the help. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go check out that YouTube video now. Got in the logbook here. And you're right, 40 is pretty short. Although it's not that uncommon these days, especially later on in the late afternoon before it turns long. I'm talking to my son, he's about 150 miles, so a little bit further away, I think, from Long Island. He's up in New Hampshire, and we use 40 all the time in the late afternoon without any issue, at least the past couple of weeks. Anyway, so thanks a lot, Doug. Appreciate the help. Hopefully talk to you again. KB2 UKA from WM4CH. Thanks for the help again. 73.
All right, 73. Take care, Glenn. This is KB2 UKA. I'm going QRT and shutting the stream down. Take care.